Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents, we're gonna do a little Sunshine Lady by Lattimore. And there's quite a few songs that Lattimore has done, including Let's Straighten It Out. Johnny Taylor did it, a couple other people did it, but we're gonna play Lattimore for the time being. While we're downloading Lattimore, we're also gonna be playing Batarang. You know, that song by Toddy T, Batarang. Yeah, I know, many of y'all don't know the song because y'all ain't from back in the day. And then some of y'all from back in the day, y'all only listen to certain songs. Sorry, we're gonna go back to Lattimore. That's what do you call Sticky Mouse? Not Sticky Key, Sticky Mouse. So I need my Lattimore to play. Would you come on now? Look at that. Got another one of these stupid commercials that we gotta go through because this is YouTube, Google, that they're gonna make us suffer. Wait, we gonna, because see how long it's taking? Say in 4 seconds we can skip. Let's skip. Get back to Sunshine Lady. We're gonna get back to the part where we were, and we're gonna turn our volume up, and then I'm gonna keep talking. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I did a couple of videos telling people about the, sorry, our music is supposed to be playing and it ain't playing. Oh, because it ain't playing. Alright. I did a couple of videos telling people about the power of attorney. Now, I did several videos telling people about the power of attorney. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, as I told you before, our documents are not a silver bullet. There is no such thing as a silver bullet document. If there was, we would all be using it. All I can tell you is that the so-called POA, power of attorney, covers several different areas. Okay, do you need to redo your power of attorney? I don't know. Now I tell you what, we are going to be doing an amendment to this document. I can't tell you when we're going to do it. I can tell you very much the structure will not change. The language will not change. We'll probably be adding a little something and taking away a little something. You see, what I did for all of you when I put this together is I put in, let's see, not that section. This is the birth certificate section, okay? Registration for memorialization, okay? Because that's what's required. So we put that in there. Why did we put that in there? Why couldn't we just leave that 1.5 page document alone? Just let it sit there by itself. Well, because then you would have to do another affidavit. And you see, then we added this section, corporations are people. United States Supreme Court says they are, at least for some purposes. And in the past 4 years, the High Court has dramatically expanded corporate rights. Okay, why this section? This is an article that was in, this is an internet article that talked about the courts being persons. See, dictionary defines corporations as a number of persons united in one body for a purpose. That's why all government must be a corporation, because it's a group of persons coming together. So all governments must be a corporation. Indeed, having an artificial persona is especially important to churches. Now you see that? Artificial persona. We've been going into court and saying, I'm not an artificial person, I'm not a corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, you ain't got to say that no more. The Supreme Court says that there's a separation. That you have a corporation that is named by your same self-name or name brand. That's right, name brand, your name brand. Okay? Now, are these truly different types of organizations? Excuse me. All these truly types of different organizations might come under the label corporations. Okay? So I added that so that we can kill the presumption. And that's why I added the whole article, because they talk about the whole article. And guess what? In addition, the end of the Civil War and the adoption of the 14th Amendment provided an opportunity for corporations to seek further legal protection. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You better believe it, because it was designed for corporations. From the moment the 14th Amendment was passed, I didn't say this. This lawyer from the NAACP said this. In 1868, lawyers for corporations, particularly railroad companies, wanted to use the 14th Amendment guarantee of equal protection and due process. Please understand, equal protection does not come from the 14th Amendment. But nonetheless, to make sure that the states didn't unequally treat corporations. Okay, they can't get around this point now. We don't have to argue this point because we place it on the record. And look, ladies and gentlemen, let's say this thing only works in one instance and doesn't work in the other. That only parts of it work, the other parts don't work. Well, wouldn't you better have something where some of it works, even if all of it doesn't work? Okay? And do you notice this person? Corporations are not individuals as defined in statute. Did you know that? Yes, corporations are not considered individuals. Individuals are considered natural persons. The part about the a persona ficto, by saying corporations are not individuals. See, I differentiate myself from such a persona ficto, fictional person. You can find persona ficto in Black's Law Dictionary. Then you have the Hobby Lobby ruling. Okay, they can't get around it. There is no place for them to hide, no place for them to run. They don't need to look no further. You know, we hit them in the head. And I'm going to keep hitting them in the head. Look, eventually they're going to come back my way. Why? Because of what I do. You guys see me. I don't have a life. This is all I do. So why have I garnered their attention? Because they keep suggesting that I stop. They've not demanded that I stop. They just suggested. Okay. Oh, by the way, did you see this right here? Shall never be construed as being either an infant, an incompetent party, or or minor, as I deny infancy, waive all rights associated with the 14th Amendment, Section 1 of the United States Constitution, and disaffirm any and all contracts made during infancy. That right there, that statement is absolutely, positively, totally necessary. Okay? I'm sorry. You see I lost my music again? I noticed it about a minute ago, but, you know, it's YouTube. Take me to the mountaintop. We're going to let the Lattimores take us to the mountaintop, y'all. Martin Luther King. And then after this song, we'll go to our Toddy T and Bataram. Oh, by the way, Bataram has special importance because the police department using Batarams in modern day started in South Central Los Angeles, my neighborhood. And so it has special import because the use of helicopters to surveil neighborhoods for gang activity and police helicopters, please understand, that also started in my neighborhood. Okay, that's how perfect my neighborhood was, how safe it was. And so they started all those programs because they wanted to help all other communities be just as safe as my community. You gotta love them. All right, we're gonna leave all this 18. This only gives the history so that nobody, see, the Supreme Court ruling that corporations are citizens of the state where they are incorporated. This is where you hear people saying the state citizenship. Okay, that's why you see them doing the state citizen passport. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise you there is another way of doing it where you don't have to go through so many hoops and you don't have to get technical. Okay, now, look, I did a video and I explained to all of you that we have processes that have worked. I brought in the people who have specifically utilized processes to help people get homes, to help people get cars. I received an email from someone who literally went through my video and quoted me word for word, transcribed my video word for word, the sections that they wanted to focus on, saying that I said that I would help people. Okay, let me do this again. Thank you, Lattimore. No, not this one. Not that one. I'm going here. Where are we at? Let's go back one. See if that does it. And let's refresh it just for a moment, see if it will change. Okay, we have 67,492 views. Now, technically, that doesn't equate to 67,000. Like I say, some of them are people starting up their web browser again, and they left it on one of my videos, and so that shows up. So that counts as a view. So we have to get rid of some of those. So what do I say to people? What do I suggest? I suggest we get rid of 10,000. No, let's go ahead and get rid of 20,000. Okay? Let's make it just 47,000 views. Okay, if you think that we're about to help 47,000 people with our process of getting cars and homes, that's not going to happen. Not this year, not next year. Even if we were a multi-trillion-dollar company, we would not be doing that volume. Why? Because the moment we start doing that for everybody, everybody else will sit up here and try to back engineer, reverse engineer, sit up there and try to mimic our process. And they would make mistakes. And then the system would stop the process from working. Remember, pay attention to what I'm about to say. The hour style money orders work. They've continued to work. But what the system told you is no, they don't work. You can't do that. We even had people putting out videos. Now, I don't believe that these people were legitimate people. I believe that these people work for the system who put the videos out. You can't trust everybody who put a video out. Now, do me a favor. Those of you who've been around for a minute, can any of you, we just listened to Mountaintop, let me go do my bat around, but can any of you tell me where they are? I know many of you don't understand where the statement is coming from. All the gurus. You remember, they talked about the gurus. Where are they? Sam Jones? Tim Turner? Well, where are they? Mr. Strout? Winston? Ladies and gentlemen, where are they? The system went after them, placed them in jail, and many of them have backed away. Uh-oh, didn't get my bat around. Not the bat around, I won't. Let's do, yeah, we're going to do they say rap song. Why do they make it different? Why can't we just have the song? Okay, Toddy T, 1985. I want what do you call that thing that I'm looking for? I want a mix. See, we got the mix. Now, those of you, if you don't know the bat around, oh, look at that. I forgot about Ice-T. Ice-T did a rap called Six in the Morning. I can't play that song for you guys because 6 in the morning ain't the type of song you play for the public. We got families here, and this is a family station. Yeah, I know. Brings back some memories, ladies and gentlemen, doesn't it? That's Toddy T. Oh, the cat's in my room, and she's hearing that the other animals are going out to relieve themselves for the morning, and she wants to be part of the action. So she's going out to be part of the action. Now, again, the music is not for your pleasure, it's for mine. That's why I'm playing music that I like. Okay, so let's get back to this whole thing of explaining what we're doing. As I told you, the gentleman who wrote and quoting me, you don't get to do that with me. Please understand, I don't say something without being very careful of how I say it, because people do that to me all the time. They try to call me on my words. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say it again. We are here to help. SATCOM was put together and formulated to help more people, because I can't help enough of you by myself. We are still formulating the company, and sorry, we are trying to keep the costs as low as possible. Okay, because if we sit up here and rush things and we don't keep in mind the cost, that means we have to charge more. However, you all must remember that everyone else that's doing this are charging 3 to 4 times more than us. You don't believe me? I'm helping people with their mortgages. I just had one person tell me, well, the attorney will charge $1,800 to $5,000 to do what you do. I'm not even charging anywhere near 500, people. That's got to change because I can't keep doing it. It's too much because I'm doing more than one motion. You see, my charge was only for the initial presentment. But so far, I've done everybody's initial presentment, and then plus, I've done more. And the reason why I haven't charged them for the other presentments is because this is not about money. It never was. This was about appreciating and respecting my time. Then I'll get emails after saying something like that. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your effort and everything you've done for helping all of us. Okay, my situation is, ladies and gentlemen, you don't get to do that. Oh, see? Ice tea, 6 in the morning. I'm sorry, I got a call coming in, as you guys just heard. I'm gonna let that call. I'm not gonna answer that call this morning. I'll get back to that person at another time. Finish this video up. You see, that's what happens when I'm distracted. And that person who just called, something stopped that call from coming in. And I think I know who that is, who that was. And I'll talk to them in a moment. See, that's why I say the number that I've given you is the Google Voice number. Because the Google Voice number shows up on the computer. And it shows up on the cell phone. And if you leave a message, Google Voice will sit up there and transcribe the message. So that I don't have to listen to the message through the voicemail. Okay? Alright. Again, as Toddy T is playing in the background, let's go back to the POA, the all-purpose POA. Okay? Because that's what I called it, the all-purpose POA and Certificate of Live Birth Affidavit. That's what it's called. Okay. We put the information, when did corporations become people? It's an EPR, National Public Radio article that was done 2014. Okay? Now, we don't need all of this information. We can just do peoples or corporations and just put this case law, this reference work. Ladies and gentlemen, as a matter of fact, let's do that. But it ain't that simple. Because see, that's what some of you want to do. Because if we did that, guess what would happen? You see all these dates? See that right there? Okay. This did not come from the article. Okay, this did not come from the article. This came from me. See, it matters not that the court said just this year that some speakers because of money they spend on elections may have undue influence on public policy. What is important is that the First Amendment protects both speech and the speakers and the ideas that flow from each. Because there exists a possibility or the probability that there is a corporation named with a similar name to mine, I must have it differentiated on record. The way I do this is by placing my name in all lowercase lettering font rendition so as to lessen confusion. Corporations are not individuals as defined. You see, that's the information I put. That's not the information they put. And I put that information in here because of the case law that I have gone over. Okay? I just want you all to understand, this is not a matter of just going through and getting rid of stuff. So
Patty visited OfficeDepot.com and used free 1-hour in-store pickup on more ink and paper.
We already got the Hobby Lobby stuff.
And the work you love. Office
Let's
Depot
see.
Office Max. Gear up for great.
Yeah, we can get rid of that. This is Jam On It. This by Nucleus. Now, I know this song brings back some memories for many of you all as well. because it's nucleus. Yeah, we know. And this group, the way this song was done, it came out at the right time. Okay, it's just with most rap groups, because they're around each other so long and they get one hit, the industry wants them to put out another song similar to the first hit because they want them to produce the same old excuse me, SOS, the same old stuff. Yeah, I said stuff, I didn't say the other word. SOS. Okay. And so the music doesn't stand the test. Okay. Now let's hold on. Like I said, there are some things that I can get rid of because we don't really need the history. Okay. Talk about the Affordable Care Act. Let's go. And I'm doing this right here on video to show you how this works. Timeline of corporations, human evolution. Nah, we don't want that. There we go. Now, this one, we're going to file, save as. Oh, you must understand, what I'm doing right now is not for you to do, because that's what I'm going to be taking care of. Looking at the dogs, the two dogs here, and them running through the field out the back window. They look so happy. I tell you, they look so happy. Okay, you see where those zeros are? Those zeros are so when I put it up on, what you call it, 4Share, that it's one of the first documents you see. Okay, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our asterisks there. That's what we'll do. Get rid of some of the viciously. You see, when I was a little baby boy, my mama gave me a brand new toy. 2 turntables with a mic, and I learned to rhyme like the Dolomite. Sorry, I like the song, as you can tell. Just what to do. Gemma production group, go crazy. Alright, I gotta get rid of the asterisks. It doesn't like the asterisks. It won't let me save it that way. I think I might be able to still save it that way. That's how I'm gonna save it for now. And I'll correct it later. Okay, it is absolutely necessary that I give you these details. The other videos, I was trying to keep them under 20 minutes, under 30 minutes. But this one, I've decided I'm gonna carry this one out because this is necessary that I carry this out. Okay. By keeping the references, that's not gonna kill or hurt nobody. Let's see. Even though the numbers may be off. Okay. I do here and now disaffirm any and all contracts made during infancy. And then I put the CJS information here, showing by the disaffirmance and the infancy issue. The reason why I put the CJS, and I call it corpus juris secundum, let's just call it case law, because it's not per se CJS information. This is actually information from the courts. You don't believe me? Take a look. The very first one says the Lawrence County Road Improvement District versus Friedman. Okay? And it gives you the Arkansas case number. These are their case numbers. Okay, so let's just say I put in the case law for infancy so that nobody can deny and say that there is no such thing as infants. Okay, then we, this should be, might as well claim, and those of you who put your name in all lowercase, it doesn't matter. You can do your corporation in whatever case you want. Okay, now we're having some people say, well, your name shouldn't be in all lowercase. It should be in uppercase, lowercase, or what we refer to as lowercase caps. That means the first letter is uppercase, the last of it is lowercase. Okay? We have already shown you, have already done videos on capitalization and what does it mean when the name is in all lowercase and when the name is in all uppercase and when the name is in both upper and lowercase. Now, we put the issue of standing here regarding oath of office and these officers who are pretending to represent the corporation, okay? And we put their Foreign Registration Act and we list, it identifies all public officials as foreign agents, which are required to register with the Attorney Generals within 10 days under oath on a form prescribed by the Attorney General. Where no registration exists or standing is possible, okay? See, if there's no registration, no standing is possible. Well, we've shown you the website where there is no registration. Okay? And now here's the thing. The courts are still ignoring this. Why? Because they're not getting to that section. Why? Because this wasn't designed specifically for that. Okay? And so let's see, registration statement, and as you see, I'm doing the amendment right now. This is because I'm reminding myself that I have to do this. Okay, so we're gonna do that, do a separation, and then we're gonna do that. Okay, then we that's because I do this all the time, ladies and gentlemen. How did that become 2? I know what I just did, but it's not supposed to be 2. Nope. You see? Let's... Oh, I know what to do. Yeah, that's what we do. See? That's how easy that is. That shows you, I've done this before. Uh-oh, we're gonna do, I can't do iced tea as much as I want to do iced tea. This is Friends. Nah, ladies and gentlemen, this is Houdini and Friends. I learned a lot about Houdini, the group called Houdini, the group called Whistle, and UTFO and Kango. Now, many of you don't know many of the groups that I just mentioned, but those of you who have been following up on songs like this and the artists who produced them, let's just say I'm a friend of Houdini, 5 Minutes of Funk, The Freaks Come Out at Night, and so on and so forth. These are songs that I gravitated to and listened to because I like the beat. In the wrong way, again and again, but the dictionary doesn't know the meaning of friends. I call this the friend anthem, and if you pay attention to the the words, you'll see that it specifically, particularly identifies what a friend is. Okay, now this is how documents are created. I gotta admit that when we're trying to get something out to all of you, and there are many occasions where we're trying to get information out to all of you, and we're trying to get it out to you as soon as possible, that we will put together these documents for you, and then later come back and do some corrections like I'm doing now. Let's see, I don't think, yeah, I thought that would fit. You see, ladies and gentlemen, there is a name that's there that shouldn't be there. I've told you that. That was designed for those of you who were going to pay attention. But the problem is, many of you didn't pay attention. Do you feel me? Many of you didn't pay attention and you left the name in. We put it in a section where it's not going to change the overall power of the document. But you do need to go over the document. You cannot just, this is an affidavit. Do you know what an affidavit is? It's a statement of first-hand factual knowledge. Okay, so you're saying you have first-hand knowledge of this information. So if you're saying you have first-hand knowledge of this information, how can you sit up there and put something in the information that doesn't apply to you? That's why you need to go over it. But this information right here does apply to you. Okay? Okay. Yeah, let's do it that way. Because we're going to highlight this section. Because it's absolutely necessary that it be highlighted. Uh-oh. I lost it. Then she shook your hand and stole your man. It was done so sweet it had to be a plan. Couldn't trust her with cheese, let alone your keys. With friends like that, we don't need enemies. You wonder how long it was all going on, and you're still not sure you're glad he's gone. But, well, if he took her, she was never mine. But deep inside you know that's just another lie. Now you're kind of cold towards people you meet because of something that was done to you by some creep. Sorry, my song. These are the people that we call friends. Okay? Now, we put in the information with those who falsely assume or pretend to be an officer or an employee. Remember, if they don't have a registration certificate, they are making a false, what do you call it, impersonation of a federal officer. That's against the law, y'all. Okay? Need to understand that, and most people are not understanding these basic and simple points. And when I say basic, I mean they're the most basic and fundamental points. Wait a minute, this is supposed to be gold. That's what I'm looking for. Get rid of that. Alright, now, we're going to leave this in there. It literally had some things about God and the Bible and all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not going to put that in here. Again, this has nothing to do with God. This has nothing to do with the Bible. It ain't that type of party. And everybody else wants to introduce that stuff. Look, they already know what the rules are. They already know what the law is. Yeah, we got to go because it's playing Friends again. We are not supposed to be playing Friends again. So, yeah. We gonna do our... No, we already did the Battle Ram. This is Ice-T that I said we were gonna do. I just have to get Ice-T edited. Not there. There he is right there. We're not gonna play this 6 in the morning. Okay. We get in a lot of trouble for playing this one. Then people would, ooh, I wouldn't hear the laugh of it. Oh, we got Ice-T. Let's do ICE dash T. Gotta gotta stop that right there. Whew. We get in a lot of trouble because I know the next words. Okay, and we want to do... Because I don't have time to edit my songs anymore. I have programs that allows me to edit, but I don't have time to edit the songs anymore. Let's see. Colors. We gon', you know what? We gonna play colors. But you see, I'm looking for the edited, and there ain't no edited, so I definitely can't play 6 in the morning. I definitely can't play 6 in the morning because that was Ice-T back in the day before he started acting. And ain't it a good thing he went into acting? Oh, God, it's a good thing he went into acting because ain't nothing else gonna work. All right, we're gonna play colors.
Yo, let's do this.
And then we're gonna play my boy, Too Short. because he did a song called Ghetto, and that's probably gonna take us out of here. All right. Again, many of y'all don't know about this, and I'm so sorry y'all don't know about this. This is grown folks' business. So y'all should know that y'all ain't supposed to be getting involved in grown folks' business. Okay? Quick as my fuse. Alright, let's get back to this, the ending of this document. The reason why this space is so big is so you can put your international stamp. You know what I'm gonna do? I know what I can do here, because that's caused some confusion for some people. You see this right here?
You know what I'm saying? People don't even understand. They don't even know what they're dealing with. You want to get rid of gangs? It's gonna take a lot of work. But people don't understand the size of this. This ain't no joke, man. This is real. You don't know me,
Fool. You disown me? Cool.
I don't need your assistance, social persistence. Any
persistence.
problem I got, I just put my fist in. My life is violent, but violent is life. Peace is a dream, reality is a night. My colors, my honor, my colors, my all. With my colors upon me, one soldier stands tall. Tell me, what have you left me? What have I got? Last night in cold blood, my young brother got shot. My homeboy got jacked, my mother's on crack. My sister can't work cause her arm shows tracks. Madness, insanity, live in profanity.
Okay, what we have to do is this.
They're understanding me. Give me a break. What world do you live in? Death is my set. Guess my religion.
Guess my religion.
Yo, my brother was a gangbanger, and all my homeboys bang.
Then you need to stop them from banging.
I just do it. I never had much of nothing, man.
Then you need to go get
You
something.
got everything going for yourself.
I got
ain't
everything. That's
nothing,
why.
Man. I got nothing. I'm living in the ghetto, man. Just look at me, man. Look at me. My pants are sagging, braided hair. Suckers stare, but I don't care. My
See,
game ain't knowledge, my game's fear. I've no remorse, so squares beware. But my true mission is just revenge. You ain't my set, you ain't my friend. Wear the wrong color, your life could end.
Homicide's my favorite friend.
Listen to me, man. No matter what you do, don't ever join a gang. You don't want.
You guys remember New Jack City? That's when this song came out, when they made the movie New Jack City, and that's another song that I'm gonna play in a moment, and that is Queen Latifah's with the Temptations, The Love of Money. Now, let's get back to this. Why the international stamp? As we told you before, this is to place the item in international jurisdiction. Okay? Then you do your signature. Lowercase lettering, last name first, first name last. A natural person / individual, as defined by statute. Let's do that.
My territory, don't cross the line. Don't try to act crazy cause that don't faze me. If you ran like a punk, it wouldn't amaze me cause my color is death.
Oh, by the way, I forgot he cursed in his song. And if that word had come through and this song had not been edited, I would have had to redo the whole video. I would not have continued where I left off. I would have redid the entire video, all 38 minutes of it. That's because I gotta keep my word to myself, that junk won't play on my system. Alright, there's more that we're gonna be adding to this. The reason why we're gonna be adding more to this is because it doesn't have to be 16 pages, doesn't have to be 15 pages, so I'll be getting rid of some other stuff. Okay? But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't promise you that this instrument is gonna, and I'm not putting this up today, so don't text me, email me, where's the new power of attorney? I just don't know. What do you want us to do? You do a video and you don't put it up? This is only a template. This is for our benefit, not for yours. Okay? This is for our benefit. Okay? Not for yours. Your benefit is when you put together your own instrument. Again, this is the funky ghetto. Now, some of you know this. Many of you don't know. Elvis Presley did a song called The Ghetto. And I would strongly, I may play it on the next video or the video after that, if I can remember. But I would definitely put that ghetto version in my mind and listen to it if I was some of you. A lot of you didn't like Elvis. A lot of you loved Elvis. What I'm saying is his song, The Ghetto, was actually alright. Ladies and gentlemen, something else we need to tell you. On many of your birth certificates, it lists the name of the maiden. And people say the reason why it lists the name of the maiden because the maiden doesn't have any husband. And so by listing her as a maiden, it makes the child a bastard. Ladies and gentlemen, that may or may not be true. Okay, but what I can tell you, for the sake of the birth certificate, it requires you to put your name. Okay, that you're the owner of the birth certificate. So look, if your name is Tommy McBride, okay, if your name is Monica McJohnson, okay, you're gonna put, hold on, do you see this? You see this, naming the child until the 8th day after their birth? Definitely got to change this because many of you guys then you say you're born in the hospital. See this, Los Angeles County, California. We're gonna do that because some of you are not correcting this because it's not in yellow. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not in yellow because you have to read the whole document. Okay? When you put your name, okay, because remember, we put a section in here for name change. When your name was changed. Let me see if I can find it. See, I was married. This is for the women. And you want to put your name to the current form, which would be maternal dash married name. Ladies and gentlemen, for instance, this person's name was Phillips and she married and it became Cronkite. So she would put Phillips hyphen Cronkite. Those of you who are of Latin descent, you have your mother's maiden name and then the married name. People say the father's name and the mother's name. You have your mother's maiden name and then the married name. And that's what you're going to put. Okay? That clears up that. Now, do you have to do all of this after you filed the original affidavit? No. Like I said, we're going to put some more things in here, but no, you don't have to do this affidavit if you've already done the original affidavit. Okay? If you notice, there are no major typos. There are no major statements that's going to take away from the power of the document. So that being said, I'm going to have to let all of you go, get back to your lives. Just wanted to take this time to clear up some things. Again, the power of attorney is not a silver bullet. I had people say that we were taking from their documents, that we were robbing and stealing from them. Go back to 2011 when we did the declaration of executorship, and please note that it was a power of attorney. So if I'm taking from anyone, please understand that the documents that we've been finding that people are using and that are working, excuse me, we're going to cover this subject just a little bit more. Again, DJ Quick, man, I know DJ Quick, okay? And then we got the Ghetto Boys. My mind's playing tricks on me. We got a long way to go. But no, we don't want to do more money, more problems. We want to do Queen Latifah. There we go. For the love of money. This song right here, There's my girl, Queen Latifah. And so, New Jack City. Yeah, let's do the New Jack City one. If y'all don't remember New Jack City, y'all need to remember New Jack City. And this song, if you have the right system in your car, you can do what you need to do. Look at that. It won't let me click. This is YouTube.
In case you don't understand, it's called New
New Jack City. In case you still don't understand, I brought along the voice of truth. See, I said the Temptations, so I apologize. Temptations did the original song. Oh no, the OJs did the original song. Well, anyway, either way, the song I like, and the bass in the song I like, and Latifah's version of the song I like. So that's why it's on here, because I like it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be adding other portions of things that we have come across in the last couple of months that we find that the courts are doing and that the courts are claiming is necessary so as to get things taken care of. I did say that there was a person in a different city that I had to call. They haven't called me, so I'm going to have to call them. A young man who I was working with, whom, as I told you, the courts dismissed his paperwork, and I'm doing his paperwork now. He just texted me and said he fell and broke his leg yesterday, and in the hospital. Yep, conspiracy. The Illuminati did that to him. Yeah, whatever. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta contact this person because I'm working on his paperwork in a moment and working on some other paperwork for Frances. For those of you, again, who want to know what's going on with Frances, she is in court and right about now. And in court, they're having a motions hearing. And what they're going to be discussing is the presentments that I put on the record. And what they're doing is they're trying to strike them. It's okay. They can strike whatever they want. It's already a matter of record, and it's been on the record for over almost 2 years now. So we're okay. They can't get rid. You cannot unring a bell. You see, I prepare her for appeal. We're doing their administrative process, but I can say that the strain and stress is getting to her. So while I do this, let's see if we can do something. Trying to see where would it be. Give me a no, I can go to her folder. Let's see. Where did I get? Oh, Lethal. Okay. UTFO Lethal album. Let's see. I want to go to desktop. Come on, where's my desktop? Quick access. Quick access. See, this is the part I like. Don't you like that? From the original album, from the original song, and the way they blended it in. And you gotta give Troop their credit, because Troop, they alright. I could go to 4Share to pull this up, but what I'm looking for is Frances's address. Okay, and so this is everybody else's address but Frances. So I may have to go, because I need just the actual document. So let's do Frances in front of the name address. No, wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, no, that's the wrong one. This is a writ of habeas corpus we did for Frances that the court never heard. What many of you don't know is, by law, the court, this is the document I'm looking for, the court must, M-U-S-T, must hear the petition for writ of habeas corpus. They can't ignore it like they've done. Her diet still hasn't been really taken care of. There have been some changes, but not enough. Look, the address for Frances is here. If some of you guys can send Frances letters of encouragement, I know that some of you have done that and she really does appreciate it. She's received only some of the donations and she wants you to know that she's appreciated that a great deal. It has helped supplement the diet. There's a couple other things that's extenuating things that are going on that doesn't concern you guys. It's her and I and our communicating with each other, and her being afraid that if I communicate with her that eventually will lead to my being in trouble, and I've tried to dissuade her from that. So we are working out a way that I can ease her conscience on that issue. But until then, I just wanted to say I want to thank all of you and every one of you for giving me and Frances the time, your time, to communicate with her, to help her. Okay? She does really, really, really does appreciate it. Okay? No, I'm not about to play the mix that I'm clicking on. Oh, it went there. Okay. Okay. That's what I need. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video so I can get started on this paperwork. I want to thank all of you again for your loyalty. You're sticking through. Again, I know who those who are with me, those who are there and understand what's going on. I know who those people are. I know who those people who are there to assist me, there to support me. I know who you are. So don't think that I don't. Most of the ranting is for those new people who have no idea what I will and will not put up with. Again, when I say I don't want to hear sob stories, I don't want to hear about your problems, what you're going through. It's not that I'm insensitive. It's not that I care, because I don't care about your problems. Your problems have nothing to do with me and the rest of the world. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. Let me say this a little bit more PC. I know you have problems. I know that you are going through things. I know that you are going through difficult times. I know that life isn't fair. I know that Grandmama is in a wheelchair and has been in a wheelchair for the last 89 years. Okay, and you're the only one taking care of her and they're getting ready to kick y'all out of your house. Okay, these things I know. So you don't have to tell it to me. What I have to do is things that help the multitude, not things that help the single person. You see, this document will effectively do exactly what the Declaration of Executorship did, change the system. They will have to come up with a new policy and a new way of doing things, and what happens when they do? We come right back in and we change it. Why? Because we find out what they changed. Look, do you remember the black cat in the Matrix? Huh, deja vu. Wait, what'd you see? Well, I saw a black cat. And then I saw another black cat. Was it the same black cat or was it a different black cat that looked like it? I don't know. Could have been. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, when they change the system, we notice it. We look for those subtle changes. And then we make adjustments. Heading 4.096 at 4.784. See, we make adjustments in our course because our job is not to dismantle the system. Our job is to cripple it so that it will stop messing with you, which is you now need to notify the attorneys. Look, I told you we'll be doing that document showing you how to file your complaints in the court. We'll be doing the video. Many of you can't stand the videos that go an hour long like this one. I can't help that. But if you want the information, then you're going to have to sit back and listen to the information. It's better that you listen to the information than you read the information. Because if I was to put all of this down in writing, you would have to follow along. Then you wouldn't understand the context or the way in which the information is being delivered. So by me putting it in words, you can see the context of which it is being said, as opposed to trying to understand sentence structure, sentence syntax, and so on and so forth. You can listen to how it is being said and thus understand the context. You know, it's unique that many people have paid attention to my videos and saw the little clues and hints and figured it out. And even tell me, I've been listening to your videos and I figured it out. I understand what you're saying. Look, people, I'm not going to make it more difficult. I did that for those of you who have the mindset to think, to try to figure things out. That's why I did it that way. And those of you who did it and figured it out, you're on my A-list. Don't write me and tell me, oh, I figured it out a long time. When you said this, I figured. I don't need to know that. That's not my business. Keep that to yourself. Keep that achievement to yourself. That's an achievement. You keep that to yourself. You don't need to tell the world. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gents, once again, thank you for allowing us to bring this information to you. Thank you for allowing us to let you know that we are making adjustments. As we make adjustment, we will bring it to you and provide it for you. Once again, just because this is being amended doesn't mean that you have to go do it. If you choose to, that's on you. This will not negate the previous one. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's do this. And that. Okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, we're going to underline this because what many of you don't know, on the public record, every state allows you to file affidavits, including the district court. They're filed under miscellaneous, and you get to file affidavits on the record. I would suggest you go there, find out how this is done. Don't ask them anything other than, I need to know what's your procedure for filing an affidavit on the record, in the court, on the public record. Because they're clerks, ladies and gentlemen. They handle the public record. They don't handle just court cases. They handle the public record. That's why there's certain requirements and rules for them placing documents on the public record. Okay? We're not going to go any further than that, because if we go any further, if you guys can find some examples of their policies and procedures for filing affidavits on their record, then let me know. Now, in criminal cases, you can file an affidavit. Okay, I already know about those rules, federal rules of civil and criminal procedure. Not talking about those rules, talking about the policies for filing affidavits on the record with the court, on the public record. That's not a court case. Okay? Even though they're going to make it a court case by giving you a case number. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's go. I'll speak to all of you later. Thank you once again. Thank you once again. Thank you once again.
And all of you, take care of yourselves. No more falling and breaking arms and limbs and legs. I'm going to tell Mr. McCoy, go ahead and break a leg. Oh, God, that was bad taste.
Goodbye.